All right, guys, welcome back to GTC Coach's Corner. Today, guys, we're going to break down the Kansas City Chiefs and their keys to victory. All right, guys, so the keys to victory for the Kansas City Chiefs versus the Buffalo Bills is going to be a rundown, and it goes as such. So one of the first things we're going to have to do, guys, we're going to have to find a way to talk to Spags. We're going to have to get to Spags, okay? And reason why I'm saying Spags in the defense is because of this right here. On defense, we're the worst team when it comes to covering tight ends, right? And what does Josh Allen normally throw to? The tight ends, guys. That's his go-to. He don't really trust his receivers. He's got Shakur. I think Keon Coleman might be out this week. So he don't really trust his wideouts, right? But he does trust Dawson Knox. My bad. So that's going to be an issue, guys. That's going to be an issue for us because we're the worst in the league when it comes to this. So we can't run man. And all right, guys, this is an issue because we can't run man. And the reason why we can't run man is because if we take and double and do something with those tight ends, right? That's going to leave Josh Allen one-on-one free with the DBs and the linebackers back to him. So he's going to be getting a lot of yards. So we're going to have to choose the lesser of the two evils, right? So that's why I said number one is going to be on defense. You know what I'm saying? We got to figure out that defense. Somehow we got to figure out a way to play a mixture of zone and man together and not give it up to the defense because you know they're going to run on the offensive side on their sets. They're going to run a man along that in motion, right? So when they run that man in motion, guys, what's typically going to happen is somebody's going to follow. And if they follow him, that says he's in man, okay? So we're going to have to figure out a way to run some type of man zone type of defense to where we can still keep our eyes on Josh Allen but still cover. You see what I'm saying? So that's going to be a tough task. That's going to be a tall task for Spags and that defense. But if Spags can figure out a way to run some type of zone and man mixture, okay, and bring that to the forefront, man, we might have a chance, guys, to stop Buffalo. Because, like I said, we're going to have to kind of take that same approach that we took with Baltimore when Lamar couldn't throw outside the numbers and how we jammed those tight ends. We're going to have to try to throw off that timing with his tight ends, guys. We're going to have to figure out a way where that be, one of those D ends, put Chris Jones back in the middle, put Uche on one side, a Amenahue on the other side, Karlaftis, and Amenahue can play inside too. So we're going to have to figure out something with that D line where they're going to have to jam those tight ends off that line of scrimmage, guys. We're going to have to jam the tight ends. If we don't jam the tight ends, guys, I'm telling you, we're going to be in for a long day. We're the worst team in the NFL when it comes to covering the tight ends. So that's why I'm like, Spags, he's going to have to figure out a way to, like I said, play zone and man, or mix it up to where it's all in one, but don't give up that coverage. Don't give up what we're doing. You see what I'm saying? That's going to be key number one. It's going to be that defense. Can we jam those tight ends off those line of scrimmage? Because that's who he's going to throw the ball to. I don't know if y'all been watching Buffalo, but most of those touchdowns are going to those tight ends, guys. So we're the worst in the league. So we got to figure it out. We got to get that figured out. I would love to see that rookie Hicks get in the game a little bit more to cover some of those tight ends and those two tight end sets. I would love to see something to that effect. I wouldn't mind manning up, with Reed and Hicks on those tight ends. I wouldn't mind it, but we're going to have to do that. We're going to have to do that. No ifs and buts about it. If we don't, guys, we're going to have a long day. All right, guys. Number two is going to be the offense. Andy Reid and Matt, Mr. Nagy, okay? Matt Nagy. We don't really know here in Kansas City who's calling those plays. Let's just be honest, okay? Sometimes it's Andy, sometimes it's Matt, sometimes it's both. But at the end of the day, I'm going to need them to have a conversation with Pat, okay? And this conversation is going to really simply go to this right here. We know we're having trouble blocking that left side, okay? So, Wanye is having a problem blocking. So is the rookie. They're struggling. So we're going to have to, one or two things. We're going to have to either put in Carson Steele or Kareem Hunt or Travis Kelce, Noah Gray. Somebody's going to have to go over there and chip, because you got to look at last week. Denver's rookies was whooping and putting belt to ass to us, okay? We're going to have Von Miller, Greg Russo over there now. Just saying, guys, it ain't going to look good. So we're going to need somebody on the offensive side of that ball to figure out how we going to chip and block that left side, Mahomes' blind side. We got to get it blocked, guys. We got to get it blocked. If we're expecting to win, we got to get it blocked. And if they're going to rush up this field in this kind of a manner, we're going to have to start throwing some screens and some draw plays in to get them DNs to back up, right? We're going to need that. So I'm saying, hey, Matt, Andy, hey, all right, some screens wouldn't hurt. A little draw game wouldn't hurt, okay? And we're going to have to tell Mahomes to get the ball out of his hands. He can't sit there and pat the ball. We don't have the O-line, not the left side to do that, okay? Not that left side. I would love to see us go get a left tackle. It's a couple of them on the market. I would love to go see us go get one of them, okay? I don't care how we got to do it, Brett. Make it happen, baby. You know what I'm saying? I really feel like if we can contain or at least figure out to give Pat some time on that left side, on this blind side, we have an opportunity, to come out with this dub, in Buffalo. But I also need Pat to read through his progression, whether he's reading inside out or outside in, okay? I need him to read through that progression. And if that 1, 2, 3 ain't there, dump it. Get it out to Kareem Hunt. We know Kareem is hurt and he's playing hurt, but get it out to him. Get him that ball, man. Get him the ball out there in those little flares and those little screens and quick outs. Get him the ball, get him in space, see if somebody want to tackle. Most of the time, those DBs do not want to tackle Kareem Hunt. And even if you run it with Carson Steele, they do not want to tackle those guys, okay? It's going to be a punishing situation, okay? And then we got, Pacheco possibly coming back. So I'm just saying, guys, we need to start maybe dropping some screen passes, dropping some flares, and Mahomes needs to stop trying to go for that big killer shot. I know he wants to go for it. It's just in his nature. He's a gunslinger, and we love you, and we appreciate it. But right now, we're going to need you to do a little dinking and dunking a little bit here, okay? That's what we're going to need from this offense right now. Guys, we gotta figure out a way to score points, okay? And when we get into that red zone, we still got to figure out a way to score points. You see what I'm saying? So it's not really that hard, but at the same time, it's not that easy either, because we're overcomplicating things a little bit, in my opinion, okay? That flare is wide open. That little quick out to the running back out the backfield, that's open like almost 80% of the time. That's there. We can get 5 to 6 yards a pop every stinking time. It's there, but we don't throw it because Pat ain't. He wants that big play. He wants that splash. He wants that boom. All right, but we can't do that. Not right now until we get more receivers back. Some more receivers come off in this IR. Then we can start doing these things, because then teams are gonna have to play us differently. Okay, I feel like if we could just get Juju back, right? Man, then Pat can start doing what he really wants to go do, stretch that field. You know what I'm saying? Because teams have to respect it at that point. When you got D-Hop, Juju, Worthy, Travis, you have to respect it. You can't do too much. Right now, they can play quarters on Worthy because he's struggling with his route running, okay? And then they can try to man up on D-Hop, but we know D-Hop gonna do D-Hop things. We know Kelce gonna do Kelce things. You dig what I'm saying? So with that being said, if we can get somebody else to kind of take that pressure off, ease it up, we're going to be good. But like I said, guys, screens, pass, flares, we're going to need that this week if we're going to come out of Buffalo with that win, guys. That's just the honest to God truth. Those are my keys to the victory in Buffalo, guys. Let me know what you guys think.